Thank you. You weirdo. Making sure this works. And we'll give Rachel a couple of minutes just in case, but it doesn't look like she's showing up, so. There we go, mobile dashboard. Okay. No. Okay. I'm gonna try something. That obviously did not work, but can't believe there's people showing up. Oh well. That person just drove around in a circle. Drove all the way up here, drove around the parking lot, and drove back down. Don't get what that's about, but whatever. What? I had to hang now. I was getting ready. Okay, well, let's just get going. Because I think we're going to get hit. But we'll do as well as we can. Yeah, we'll do as well as we can, even though there we go. Can't believe there's so many people out here with as crappy as weather is, but whatever. We will keep going. Okay. Okay, gotta wait. Because I gotta put. There it is. Put this on you for a little bit. Where is your poops? Poop bags, there they are. Okay, put that in there. That on there. Hold on, no, we're going this way. Hold on. Gosh dang. You're giving me crappy camera work. Because I can't shut the frickin' door holding on to her at the same time. Okay, now we can go. Yeah, now we can go. So excited. I am actually pretty wore out, so I don't know how well I'm going to do on this anyways, but we'll go up. Somebody's coming down the power line. I'm guessing she's going to want to go up the power line, so do the best we can, because like I said, I am pretty well wore out already this late in the day. There is a start here sign for something. I don't know what. But that's where we're starting, so. A wildflower walk. Oh. So, fingers crossed, the video might, well, as long as it doesn't rain. If it starts raining, I'm going to have to put everything away. But the last time we were up here a few days ago, the video was actually really, really good. We had zero problems with it. Here we go. Let me take this off. There you go, good girl. She obviously really had to go pee really bad. Took that down a little bit early, but I don't see the dog Nazi out here, which I was thinking about today. Oh, of course. I was thinking about this actually just a little bit ago about how I don't think anybody that actually likes dogs or animals actually works as an animal police officer. Sorry. Because they're always a bunch of dicks. It's like they will interrupt somebody that's just playing with her.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Nessa. Nessa, come on.
Good girl. Good girl. Hi. Oh, play.
Okay. Anyways, go back to what I was talking about. Because I've watched like every single animal control officer I've ever seen always takes and like you could be out in the park over here just with a perfectly well-behaved dog throwing the frisbee in the park with the dog off the leash, and they will go over, interrupt the dog play, and if they're nice enough, just give you a warning and say you need to have your dog on a leash. If they're not nice enough, they'll actually give you a citation. Then you have to pay a fine, or you can fight it if you want, but you'll probably be paying the fine. So obviously they don't like animals, because if that was the case, they would not be interrupting something a dog really loves to give a citation. They would wait maybe until afterwards and then give a citation. But the one here I've seen is very, very hypocritical sometimes too, because maybe hypocritical isn't selective, let's say. Not hypocritical, but selective. In the same park over here that I've seen him go over and tell people they need to have their dogs on a leash that are just out in the middle of this huge grassy area, not even close to anything, not close to any paths, any trails, parking lot, street, anything. And in that same park is some baseball fields, softball fields, where people will go and take their dogs to, so they can take them off the leash all the time. Because it's just a big, wide open, grassy spot in the outfield of the softball fields, enclosed by a fence. But in order to get into those, you have to go through a gate next to the dugouts with a big old sign that says, "No dogs allowed on the field." I've seen this guy just sit there and just watch somebody that has a dog out on the field and not say anything, even after they're done and they're leaving, not say anything. Yet then like 2 minutes later, somebody happens to be out on the part next to it, big grassy fields, and they take their dog off just so they can throw a ball or something, and he will wander out there and yell at him. It's like, dude, Now, granted, there is a huge... I am just tired today. Like, I haven't really eaten a lot of food. That's my main thing. 'Cause I've been all... With the weather like this, it's actually sun almost poking out through these clouds for the first time in 2 days. But it's been all rainy and everything. In fact, actually, that's all overcast. Like, it looks like it's sky or something behind those clouds, but it's still overcast. But it's been like the thick, dark stuff. This is actually twice as good as it was yesterday. But because it rained all day yesterday. All day. But because of that, my batteries have not been able to charge since really probably almost 3 days ago. So last night, right before bed, my fridge quit working because it finally drained enough of the battery after 2 days of not having no charge. Well, and some of that too was me watching TV as well, but thinking that, I might actually get some charge, breaks and clouds or whatever, because that's normal. Normally, at least there's some breaks and clouds here. Not the case. And so my fridge has been off for almost 24 hours now. Everything is still fairly cold because I haven't opened it one bit because I didn't want to let any cold air out, which would be why I haven't eaten a lot today, because all my food is in the fridge. The only thing I've had is a bowl of instant oatmeal because I could heat up some hot water for that, and a protein bar. That's all I've had. But I guess the good news about that is, and happy Memorial Day to everybody. Of course, that seems kind of weird, like happy Memorial Day, because what Memorial Day is about, remembering those who've passed. Of all times, you always see the messages about veterans and that kind of stuff, but it's not. There's a special day for that called Veterans Day, where you remember that. Memorial Day is for everybody. But it seems weird, since it's people that have passed, that you'd be like, happy Memorial Day. because it's not really a happy time. You're remembering those that you've lost. But those can be happy memories, I guess. Oh, I am just winded. I'm gonna take my hat off because it's starting to get a little bit warm. Oh, probably gonna be really hot though. And my hair is like going all crazy right now, so especially with this wind, because there's blowing, but yeah, it's doing a crazy thing today. Wonder when that started. I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, there we go. It's back. I think about signing up. So I got my next race is here in 2 weeks. Actually, is it less than 2 weeks? What day we're in? Yeah, it's less than 2 weeks now. And it's a marathon. Haven't really been able to train for it. I've had a couple good weeks. I call it a race, but really it's just going to be a training run for me, but I still want to do as well as I can. And it's here in Helena, but the weather's going to be so crappy, I don't want to stay here. So I might be maybe going further west, which is weird to say Seattle had better weather than here, but might be where we're going. So we'll see. Hello. It's actually not supposed to be. I think tomorrow this is supposed to break up a little bit, but still like a 100% chance it's going to rain sometime tomorrow. And then the next day I think is going to be partly cloudy, so there'll be sun. I'm hoping tomorrow there'll be at least a little of sun. If not, I'm going to have to just head off that direction and go chase some sun. But like this next weekend here again, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days worth, supposed to rain pretty much all weekend. Really, I think the only day, Wednesday is the only day here that's supposed to be halfway decent. But over in Seattle, which is known for raining all the time, it's supposed to be sunny this next weekend. So I'm guessing that's probably where we're gonna be. Oh. Again, one thing I hate about Seattle is the fact that there's not really any place for people like me close by. Supposedly there's a couple streets you can park on and do some stealth camping for the night where nobody really bothers you. So, well, we'll check that out. But I would like to at least get 2 runs with my run group over there that I used to run with all the time. Problem's going to be is on Saturday I can get a good long run in. There'll always be variable distances there. There's usually 100 to 200 people that show up, and beforehand they always say post your distances and paces, and then you can get with whoever you want to during the run. I usually just jump in with whatever group. I don't care about pace. Whatever distance is fairly close to what I want. And then on Sunday, conflicted because it used to be every other weekend was a trail run with a certain group of people, which I really enjoyed. And then opposite of that was a stair climb workout with a different group that I really like. So now it's like they have them, both of them, every weekend. And I think there's even the Easy Like Sunday Morning group, I think, also that does every weekend. But maybe not. And I really enjoyed those runs too. So it's like, which one do I do? I think the trail run I would get more out of, because stair climb is just that. It's going back up and down stairs, which is good for strengthening your legs and stuff like that. But I don't get many miles, and I need to get my mileage up, especially after these last 3 days with the weather being so crappy. I haven't been able to get very many miles in. I'm looking at maybe, I've only done 2 runs, so maybe 12 miles is all I've gotten in the last 3 days, 4 days. Yeah, 4 days. But makes me wish I was down in Arizona still, because I'd be able to get a lot of miles in. But it was good to get back up here because I really needed to do laundry and fill my water tanks without feeling guilty about it, because down there it cost me 30 cents a gallon. Up here it's free. Well, if I wanted to drive an hour, I could have found a free spot up there too, or down there. And yes, I could have done laundry down there, but it would have cost me a lot more than it did here. It's about half the price here as it is there, which if I was just driving up here just for that, yeah, not worth it, because I spent like $200 in gas to get back up here, or more. I haven't figured it out. The price of gas nowadays. It would have been over 200 because I had to fill up twice, and it takes about $130 to fill my tank nowadays. So it's probably looking at closer to 300. I wore my rain jacket just in case it started to rain, and it doesn't breathe as good, so I'm definitely warm. But since I had to come back here anyways for multiple reasons, I had so much stuff in my mailbox. A lot of it that I needed for the van. I still haven't fixed my solar yet because it's been raining. Didn't really want to do a lot of electrical work with it raining, so that's still needs to be fixed. That won't take me very long because it's just a matter of putting a couple connectors on. Wow, this is like, I think with the rain here last couple days is eroded this trail a little bit more. It was a lot more sandy, dirty. Now it's like all that sand and dirt is washed off the rocks and it's just rock. Oh. But anyway, so my next race is June 11th here in Helena. It's a marathon, downhill marathon. We'll see what I can do. I'm hoping maybe to hold a, with lack of any real speed training or lack of miles really, here in the last bit, maybe holding a 7 minute per mile pace, but that might be overzealous. So I might just start off at a 7.5, see how I feel. Well, the first mile, 2 miles, I'm definitely going to be pushing 7 because it's a substantial downhill. Overall, it's a downhill course, but there's a lot of rolling elevation in it. I remember back over Helena. I remember a few years ago, I think Running World or somebody like that had like the top 10 marathons in the US to get a Boston qual time. And they had the one here listed because it's a from starting elevation to finishing elevation is a downhill course. But when that came out, I was like, it is not an easy course to get a BQ time on. I don't know why they have it listed, because yeah, on paper you look at it, you'd be like, oh yeah, downhill course, be easy. No, because not only, what are you eating? Whatever you're eating, you don't need to be. One, it starts off at about, oh, you're eating grass. That's okay. You can eat grass. You start off at about 4,800, 4,900, almost 5,000 feet of elevation. And you're ending at like 4,300. So I think it's like a net loss of like 600 or 700 feet. But like you start off the first probably 2 or 3 miles are downhill. Then you do an out and back section, which is probably about 2 miles uphill, and then 2 miles back, which would be downhill again. So you're going uphill a couple hundred feet right there. And then once you hit about, and then it's relatively flat once you get down that. When I say flat, it's still going downhill, but very minimally. You're not losing a lot of elevation for probably the next 8 miles. Actually, probably not even that far. It'd probably be about 6 miles maybe, till you hit where the half marathon course starts. From right there, you're going up and down hills along this frontage road for the next probably 4 or 5 miles. And then you have to climb into Helena for about 3 miles uphill the whole way. You get on top of the hospital hill, and then from the hospital down to about the half a mile from the finish line is downhill. And then the last half mile is a slight uphill to the finish line. There is a lot of elevation gain throughout that course. So it is not an easy course to get a BQ time on. One, because it's relatively high altitude for most people if they're coming from sea level. And two, it has a lot of elevation gain, even though from beginning to end it is a downhill course. From start elevation to ending elevation is downhill. That'd be like saying like, what would I say? Something like, well, let's go with hard rock. Is an easy 100-miler because it's flat. Because he's starting in at the same spot. Doesn't care that, what is that thing, like 35,000 feet of gain or something like that throughout the whole course. Or Mont Blanc saying that it's an easy one because it starts and finishes at the same time. And I actually emailed him. I was like, you guys need to do a little more research when you come up with these, because it is not an easy course. Oh, what are we at? 30 minutes. And we're still a quarter mile from the top. This is only 3/4 of a mile, so we only got, well, it's less than 3/4 mile. We're probably 1/10 of a mile from the top, I guess. Oh. I am sweating pretty good. So I'm trying out these Hokas, the new Hoka Speedgo 5s. Will they be a racing shoe for me? Probably not. Because, one, depending on how far I'm running, if it's a shorter run, definitely not, because they're a heavy shoe. My Catamounts are a lot lighter than these. And if it's a buffed course, the Salomon S-Lab Pulsars are way lighter than these. So if it was like a 50K, I'd wear those Pulsars if it's a nice, easy trail. If it has a little more rock to it, then I'd wear the Catamounts. Now, because they're so heavy, they do have a little bit of cushion to them. But my Caldera 5s have a whole lot more cushion to them. So if I'm doing like 100K or above, I'd wear the Caldera 5s over these, because weight-wise they're about the same. These are a little bit lighter than the Calderas, but traction-wise and cushion-wise, Caldera 5s are just as good, or better actually. Traction-wise they're not better. These have pretty good traction, but I'd say the Calderas are probably just a little bit less on the traction than these. But I've never really slipped with the Calderas, so. Oh, I am sweating. I don't even have my hat on and I'm just roasting here. Ooh. Of course, my dog is up here. Always has to beat me up. And then I'll see what I want to do for, somebody lost a sock. See what I want to do for dinner tonight. Part of me wants to go to the grocery store and get a rice bowl. It's so tasty. And then part of me wants to go to Taco John's. So I don't know, we'll see. Hello. Okay. You gotta hit the circle. Oh, you found some water? Okay. I didn't know you were thirsty. Okay. Good going. Let's get going down. And we're gonna go back down over to the Continental Divide over there. A little bit of break in the clouds looking, coming right over. But it's actually, if you look at the weather, the snow squall there. It was snowing on some of these higher altitudes too, which is not good because I was hoping by the end of this week to be able to start hitting the high country. Ain't gonna happen with this week of weather. No, we're gonna go this way. She's looking at me like, can we go that way? We're going this way. This is where we always get in a fight. She wants to go that way, but I want to go this way. There's a city of Helena down there. But, okay, now she's coming. We're gonna go this way because I'm the local legend on this, so we're gonna take and boost up our local legend status. Even though I don't think there's anybody close to me with my, I don't know, maybe 9 times, I guess, which averages out to be once every 10 days. But whatever. So yeah, pretty sure if I think if Taco John's is open, I really want to get some Taco John's tonight. That's what I'm thinking. If it's not open, then we'll go to the grocery store and get a rice bowl, because that's very tasty as well. No, don't eat deer poop. Come on. Gosh dang. She eats freaking deer poop or elk poop like it's... Actually, she doesn't really do much with the elk poop. It's more deer poop. Like she's munching on some raisinets or something. Some chocolate covered raisins. And if you don't like raisins, how about Milk Duds? So this is not going to get us many miles today. That's one good thing about if we go the way she wanted to go, is I can stretch it out for another 4 miles if we go all the way down to I don't know what it's called, old Chevy Trail maybe, because there's an old Chevy there, so I think that's the name of it. For the guy in Colorado that made a comment on one of my YouTube videos about how he disagreed with me because his trails, technical trails with the catamounts, didn't do very good. And I'm like, do you see what I'm running on? Your trails in Colorado are not any more technical than the trails here. Anyway, I never did finish talking about, I'm thinking about signing up for Kendall Mountain Run, which is, I want to say, first weekend in July, right around there, maybe the second weekend in July, beginning of July, a couple weeks out from my next peak race, because I really wanted to do it last year. It's only I think it's 8 miles, is that right? 12 miles, somewhere around there. I don't even know anymore. But you just climb to the top of Kendall Mountain and back down. And I don't know what is that, probably 3,000 feet of gain. Because I think Kendall Mountain's over 13,000 and Silverton is just shy of 10,000, so, or no, is it? Yeah, it's just shy of 10,000. So it'd be at least 3,000 feet of gain. And you get some quick people there, but I think I could finish probably top 20 if I really push myself. see how I did against some of the tops in the world, which is really what I wanted to do. September, I was talking about earlier about how I wanted to do the Flagstaff Sky Peaks race health service issue. There's something else. Oh, there we go. We got video back. My hair. Oh yeah, look at that. That's what happens whenever my hair, whenever I get all sweaty and then it dries, I end up looking like a chia pet. If anybody remembers the chia pets, what was that, like 20-30 years ago? I was really young then, but I remember the commercials on Saturday mornings. Chia. I think what was I gonna say? I am looking at possible, even though I live in the van right now, I still own a place here. There's a possibility in August that the person that's renting my apartment here might be leaving. If that is the case, then I have to think hard about whether I want to sell it or not. There's a part of me that wants to keep it, because I do like this weekend, since I had to be, I didn't have to be here, I guess, but I didn't want to spend another $400 in gas to drive somewhere and then drive back next week. So with the rain and everything, getting stuck inside the van pretty much for the last 3 days, would have been really super nice to have my apartment to go back to. But in reality, if the weather was like today, because it was just timing, the weather was like this weekend, because I knew it was going to be like this before I got here. I didn't know it would be this cold and rainy, because it's freaking cold. Like I said, it was snowing up in the mountains. I wouldn't even be here. I would have, because I would be chasing the best weather. So I'd be down in Arizona or Texas or somewhere. Probably not Texas, because I need vertical right now. But if I'm training for like a flatter, quicker race, and I can go anywhere really, where there's nice weather and just run roads. But what was I saying? Oh, here in a few days. And the smart thing in long term would be to leave that and just let it sit there until, if I live to be 65, which is the current where I wouldn't be penalized, but if they have their way, they would jack that up even higher. So by the time I get to be that old, if I live that old, I'd have to wait even longer and not be penalized, which is stupid. Money every month. I can live off of it if I live very frugally. And I get that the rest of my life with cost of living adjustments. So that being said, thinking about just withdrawing all of that money out of my account, taking the penalty, and then investing it in other things like some, I almost fell on my face right there. That rock wasn't even sticking out of the ground very far. How the hell did I clip that with my toe? Thinking about two things. Been doing a lot of research and buying a small place in somewhere Caribbean. By Caribbean, I mean both Central America or out on an island. Hawaii, on the big island, you can actually find some decent place because that's not it's not Oahu where Honolulu is, where everything is so super expensive. And also some lakefront property over in Minnesota, because all of that, and actually a new place of land, 5 acres here in Montana that's up at 8,000 feet. So I'd have a training area to go to, and it's literally like, even though you have to go up and over a ridge, so it's a good climb, probably 600-700 feet up over a ridge, but you're only half a mile from a trail system with lots of trails. But you'd have to go cross country up and over that ridge, but it's all rock, so it's not like you have to go through underbrush or anything like that. It's just bare open rock because it's up so high. So yeah, so those are my thoughts. Realistically, I could buy pretty much all 4 of those areas that I just mentioned with as much as, after penalty, with as much as I have in my retirement account. So, and then if I sell my place here, that'd even give me even more money, because I have probably, I'll have to do some remodeling, but I probably have 30,000 in equity or more on my place here. And then if I spend like 10,000 doing some remodel, it doesn't need a lot, but it does need some, then I probably even make up that 10 grand or more in resale. So we'll see. I already paid for my huge assessment, so that is not a problem when if I go to resell it. I'm guessing next year there's probably going to be another one. So there's some things that have to be fixed on it. Wildflowers are just freaking killer out here today. I can see why they have that trail, because look at all these wildflowers out here. I don't know what kind of flowers these are, but it is cool. Now, not as cool as Flagstaff. I'm pretty sure these flowers were down there as well, or at least I know they were up on North Rim. I remember seeing these particular flowers, but both North Rim and Flagstaff had multitude of variety. Here, I'm only seeing this one. There was like 4 or 5 different kinds in Flagstaff that I specifically remember, and there was even more that were blooming right before we left. And the same thing in North Rim, there was 4 or 5 different kinds there too. But I do remember North Rim, I do remember this specific type of wildflower. I just don't remember if they were down in Flagstaff. North Rim had some bluebells, and it had some, almost looked like some sort of lily. It was a wild lily, and same with Flagstaff. There was these kind of reddish flowers, and then these real delicate little white flowers that were just blanketing the ground. It was almost like a moss rose type of flower. It was really cool. Here, I'm just seeing these, which is still cool. I mean, still real pretty, but I think we've lucked out with our weather, because it actually looks like, man, like the sun wants to peek out. Hopefully it's doing a good job charging my batteries. My batteries are almost charged enough before we left at only, so I have 400 watt of solar panels, and because of how overcast it was, I'm only charging at 35 watts. It takes a long time to charge. I should have just disconnected, actually. One of my battery banks is what I should have done, and probably would have been able to charge at least one of my batteries enough to where, I don't know why I didn't think about that. That actually would have been a smart idea, so that my refrigerator would work. In fact, I might just do that if it's not there yet enough for my refrigerator to kick on. That would definitely charge one 200 amp hour battery a lot quicker than two 200 amp hour batteries. Oh, I didn't think about that. That's something I should actually think about in the future, is putting some sort of a solenoid or something on there that I can just turn a switch, flip a switch, and to where I can only charge one battery if I need to. But this is the first time I've gone this long with, wow, they've been just chopping the trees down up here the last couple days. Still don't understand why they're getting rid of all these very good, healthy trees when you have a tree like this that is dying, and that over there that is dying from beetle kill. So they get rid of the beetle kills, not these healthy trees. But whatever. I'm not on the city management team. This is a city park. Supposedly the largest city park in the world. I don't know if that's true. It might just be the largest city park in the nation, in the US. That might not even be true either. I don't know. But I think somebody told me it was the largest in the world. So, which would make sense, because it's acres and acres, spans over 2 mountains and a ridge. There's the middle ridge. It's also part of the city park. Wouldn't really call it a mountain, but there's a ridge. It's in between. I guess technically it's probably a mountain. So 3 mountains. Okay. Glad I was able to get her some exercise, because she was going crazy after last couple days of being stuck inside in the rain. Though, like a tiny little break, even this morning, she was like, she grabbed her ball inside the van, trying to get me to play with it, and I'm like, I can't throw your ball in the van. Like, what are you trying to do here? But it wasn't raining at that time, so I opened the door and I got her to play with her ball outside, and she hasn't wanted to play with her ball forever. So she's definitely going stir crazy. Okay, come here. They moved that sign. They did move that sign. What the heck? That was just in the last little bit they moved that sign. Good girl. Yeah. Their leash-free zone sign is they moved. Now why are you running, you weirdo? Big weirdo. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down. Okay, hold up. Hold up, you. There we go. I guess technically you're still on your leash. There we go. Good girl. Okay, figure out what we're gonna do for why those people like, gosh dang, my hair is crazy right now. I don't know what's going on there, but whatever. Whatever. I need to dye it again. I mean, I just re-dyed it, but I didn't get it very good. So I need to dye it again before our race. Yeah, here, I'll take this off for you. Yeah, there you go. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. She's happy. She's wagging her butt. She's normally hadn't done that for a long time. Yeah, you're glad because you got to get out and get some exercise, huh? You got to get out and get some exercise, huh? Yes. Oh, jeez. Oh, I need to, hopefully, wait, what? Hopefully this week I can get some of my stuff done. And, what I just did to my watch. Restarted it again is what I did. I need to buy a couple things for my little storage cubbies here. And then I need to buy some stuff for my closet, as well as some other stuff inside here, just to get little things to touch up and finalize things, and then I can get rid of all my tools, put it in storage, and I'll have more storage. So if I'm not storing my tools, I'll have even more storage. Okay, we're gonna turn this off because we didn't take any pictures. There we go. And I am sweaty. Hoofda. Well, everybody, I was only 2.5 miles with about 1,100, 1,200 foot of vert. Really depends on which way I go. But she's finally gonna eat her dinner, it looks like. Maybe she's thinking about it. Thinking about it. Thank you for joining me today. The video actually did pretty good. So we'll see if I decide to chase some sunshine tomorrow or not. I do need to go back down to Bozeman again sometime this week. So we'll see. But if the weather is good enough tomorrow, I'm going to get some road miles. So she will probably not be running with me in the morning. She will probably be staying here, and then I still need to get my daily vert count, which I'm shooting for at least 1,000 feet of vert a day. I'd like to get a little more than that even, but we'll see. And so My plan is to get about 10 miles in the morning of some road miles. Yep, she's eating her dinner. Good. And then we'll do, if I stay in this area, we'll switch off between probably Mount Ascension and Mount Helena, which means I'm going to have to be doing some stealth camping. And unless one of the days, if it's nice enough, we might head up to that one area, but I won't be able to live stream that. I really need to start live streaming more consistently. I miss it a lot. I love doing it, and as you can see, I get like 1 or 2 viewers now every day or the days that I do it, because I'm not consistent enough anymore. Where I used to have, 4 or 5 people show up every day. So we'll see. Hopefully I'm able to do that. Anyways, thank you for joining me today. We're going to go try and find us some lunch. Realistically, it is lunch and dinner. Maybe at Taco John's, and if not, we'll just go run over to... I was trying to hear if my refrigerator actually was on. It doesn't sound like it, but... Anyways, bye guys, and I will see you next time. I will see you tomorrow morning. I'm going to try and wake up even early and knock it out, but we'll see. And I do need to run some errands tomorrow, so I have to be up early and get my mileage done, because I need to get my old iPad. I got a new iPad, mainly so that I can help with the Twitch channel, so I can do my emotes and that kind of stuff. So hopefully that'll work. And because my other one was so old, I couldn't even do anything with it. So that's one of the things I have coming in, is I have a Apple Pencil coming in, so that I can start doing some of that kind of stuff. But and then I need to do some other things too. And then I'm hoping on Monday the new ASICS Hyperspeed Metaskies, I think it's like the Metaspeed Metasky, I don't remember, whatever their marathon running shoe is going to be available. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get a pair of them. One, so I can do a shoe review for my YouTube channel, because it seems to do the best at getting views. I get like maybe a couple people that watch my live streams after the fact. Never during the live stream, but after the live stream, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But I'm hoping that's going to be my shoe I can race in on the next weekend. So if I can order it, because today's the 30th, right? So that would be Tuesday. Order it on Wednesday. I should be able to get it here in time to at least get 1 or 2 runs in before the marathon. Because I'm not just going to pull them right out of the box and run in them. If they don't get here in time, I'll just use either my Saucony Endorphin Pro First Edition, which I really like those, or my Brooks Hyperion Elite 2s, which I'm hesitant to say that because I always get blisters, but I could probably tape the back of my heel and Achilles enough that I could hey sweet girl, that I could she's got done eating her dinner. Oh, excuse you, did you get a drink too? You need to get a drink. You need to get a drink. Okay, you gonna burp for me? You got a little something on the side of your mouth, but okay. Anyways, I could probably tape myself good enough that I wouldn't have to worry about blisters, but I would hate to be out there running and then end up getting a blister because the tape came off or whatever. So we'll see. I like the Hyperion Elite 2s better than the Saucony Endorphin Pros, which is still a good shoe, but the Hyperion Elite is lighter. And the, I don't know what you would call it, cantilever. I don't remember what Asics calls it, something special, but it's rocker, the rocker shape of it, whatever. Yeah, you're welcome. She always gives me kisses after her dinner as if she's thanking me for her dinner. But we'll see. That'll be a decision. If I get the Metaspeed pluses, the new ones, if I'm able to snag a pair and get them here in time, I'll wear those. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways, and I'm thinking about, if I wasn't trying to chase actual time, I'm actually thinking about live streaming the whole marathon. So I don't know. I might put that in a poll. Can I do that? I'd have to do it on Instagram, I think. But I might do that. I might put a poll there if they want, and see how many people want me to live stream the whole marathon. Because I'll do it. I don't know if I would have signal the whole time. I'd have to wear my running vest, which I wasn't planning on doing. I was just going to use the aid station stuff since I won't be like running really hard. I should wear my running vest anyways, though, because it's going to be a training run. It's not a race. And I always say, train like you're going to, run the race. This is for my 50K where I'll have a running vest on. I need to get a new running vest too, which I should do, cruise down to Bozeman and try and get that. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know when I'm supposed to get my Apple Pencil. I have something right now. I think it's my Running Rabbit shirts in my mailbox, which I really want because it's the really cool ones. The real cool, like they almost look like a button-up dress shirt. They're so comfortable. I really want one. I really want to wear those too. But anyways, thank you for joining me. I'll be chatting some more. If I can get some actual power, I would actually do some gaming streams too. And I'm looking at the sun almost poking out in the valley over there, and I'm like, I should just drive over there so I get some sunshine. But by the time I make it over there, the sun would be gone. But whatever. There are some rain clouds moving in. But bye, guys. And I will see you guys. I've tried to sign off like 7 times now. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Love you all. Bye. Nessa, I'm trying to turn this off. She doesn't want me to end it, I guess.